All right, hello. There's the background noise that you hear is my machine is almost done. It's the Cricut cutting up some stencils. Um, Let me just go into my video. Let's see. Here it is. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's having an awesome day. If you are catching this live stream after the fact, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today, we're going to be working with Gelli Prints. We're going to be playing with some Gelli Prints, I should say. And I'm going to be playing with some of my stencils. And I've got some paper cut up. My machine is almost done. It's already at 90-something%. Hi, good morning, Ada. Yeah, I'm just cutting up the grotto real quick because there's the one stencil that I didn't have ready to go. So, my little digital pen back over there. So we're going to be playing with this today. And I've cut out some paper. I also got, there it goes. It is done. Let me pull that out real quick. Wait, it didn't do the one that I wanted it to do. Okay. I think I chose the wrong one. That's what happens when you do things in a rush. I chose the wrong image. Oh, well, I guess I won't be using the grotto. I chose the wrong one. And I already have that one. So, we are going to play with some of the ones that I already have ready to go. I'm good to go. Trying to get used to this whole crafting in the morning because usually my craftiness kicks in at night. But since that's the case, I'd rather put that crafty energy to use into designing. So that's what I'm doing at nighttime, is just doing some design work. Let me tell you something about this, about the Gelli plate. I've been wanting a Gelli plate for eons. And luckily, I think it's Crafty Artist Sue, if I'm not mistaken. She had a D-stash on her channel. And this was one of the this was one of them, and she had them for like really inexpensive. I think it was like $18 or something like that. And she sent it to me with a brayer and some paper, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. So I finally got it, and this is a really cool set. This is a Dilutions set, and it actually has 3 Gelli things in the back. So we're gonna get these out because we might as well. I was drooling for years, let me tell you, and they're pricey. Now, there's a way that you can make it yourself. I haven't tried it yet. I was very tempted to try it, but I also heard a lot of horror stories about them catching mold, so on and so forth. So I was always like really scared to do it. But I'm super happy that I got it. Because you can do a lot of things with this. You can do a lot of things with those. I don't think I'm going to be using the little round. I don't think. So, they can go like up into 30s. And that's just sometimes for the small one. Like, let me see this set right here, the one that I got. Let me see if I find it real quick. I can tell you real quick. Let's see. Just well, a size 8x10 in Blick Studio, they have it for $24.29, and that's just one. That's one, but it's 8x10, which is a pretty good size for $25 plus whatever you're gonna pay for shipping. So, like I said, it's gonna run you around $30-something. If you buy it at the store, and maybe if you use a coupon, then you could probably get it for cheaper. But I would definitely like shop around and see, because they can be a little bit, you know, they can be a little bit pricey. Let me just move my laptop this way. Yeah, that's a lot. To me, that's a lot. You know, when you want to buy a whole bunch of different things, it's just like, oh my God. All right, so I got the stencils out, and I pulled out a whole bunch of paints. Which one is it that I'm using? I'm using this one, not that one. And let's see, let me put this up here. So now I'm making a mess, and I haven't even started yet. All right, so I got here some of the stencils that I already had before, that I already shared with you guys. I played with them, and some of them I shared. Some of them I haven't even used yet, so this will be my first time playing with them, so that'll be fun. I also pulled out Machina. And this is basically my stencil. This is the one that I cut out to make sure that everything is kind of good. This is the one that I tried to cut out for the most part. This is like the super thin one that I didn't want to sell to, you know, I didn't want to sell to you guys because I just didn't think it was going to last. I don't think it's still going to last, to be honest with you. This material is too thin. So that's why I was like, please, please, please hurry up. I need something better than this. But whatchamacallit. So this is usually what I do. I cut them out in this to see like what parts are loose, and I still have to go back in and edit, because when you're working on such a large scale with these images, sometimes it's really hard to catch all the little nooks and crannies. As much as you go over it, it's almost like when you're staring at a whole bunch of letters or a whole bunch of numbers, it just kind of like all becomes one. So I kind of have to go through it a lot. This is the Daisy's Gardens chipboard that I actually cut on stencil. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how this actually does in the mono printing today. And I'll see if I put it out as a stencil on its own, the way that it is. But we'll see. We'll see how it all kind of looks. These are just little bits and pieces of stuff that I was just you know, little leftovers that I had. And the leftovers that I had are for actually for this two-piece stencil that I'm working on. I'm gonna demo it a little bit today. This is a two-piece stencil that I'm working on. It features Cosmo, because like I said, I'm making designs for all of let me see if I can colorful paper. I'm making stencils for almost everything in the collections that I've been working on. Where is that pattern paper? Oh, let me get an envelope. Let me get a colorful envelope here. And let's see if everything shows up in this green, because I love me some green. So this is gonna be like this. I'm still working on it a little bit. Well, not a little bit. I'm still working on it, period. I haven't even put this up yet. But I'm gonna demo it today just to play with it and see. So basically this is kind of how it looks, and you're gonna get a two-piece stencil so you can create your background, and then you can kind of place this over and then fill in your little seahorses, depending on if you want to use the one or the two or whatever the case may be. But this basically, oh, there goes Venus. This basically sits in somehow. I forgot how, but it sits in somehow. We're gonna figure it all out. So this is gonna be one of the stencils gonna be added in June, most likely, if everything works out well. And I've got my I think this is Miko the Lion, if I'm not mistaken. So I got a few of my stencils out. I also got Valentine Bear, which I know is probably gonna be really hard to see, but I got a few of these out so that I can play with them a little bit and see what we do. See what we do. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and start playing. Now, I haven't really done much Gelli printing. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. I've done a lot of watching of other people playing with their Gelli prints, but I've never really, you know, I've played with it a little bit, but I have not really, you know, so much of an expert. So there might be some things that an expert Gelli printer might see that I do, and they might not necessarily agree, but this is playtime. I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're just gonna wing it. We are gonna wing it. All right, so I got my Gelli prints here. Everything good? I'm gonna peel these things off of it, and this is basically how thick it is. I mean, it's really thick. It's got a nice stretch to it. And on a glass mat, it's perfect because it's not gonna, I mean, it's not gonna move it, I don't think, on any surface that you put it on, because it's got a nice grip. So we're gonna play with this big one for now. Maybe I don't even need to play with the smaller one. We'll see. The less mess I make, the less things I gotta clean up later. Right? So we got some papers. I went ahead and cut out some cardstock. I also pulled out a book. This is like a Dollar Tree, one of those Dollar Tree books. So we'll see that. And I pulled out some dictionary papers just to see like what this stuff looks like on different backgrounds. I've also gone ahead and pulled out some paints. We've got some Galaxy glitters, because of course we've got some metallic paints, a whole bunch of metallic paints. I pulled out some coral blush, this is called New Life. It's like a sea moss kind of green. I've got gray, black, and a whole bunch of other stuff there. I've also pulled out some PH Martin inks, because I love mixing the inks with the paints. I think it gives it you create a really nice effect on a lot of things. Do you keep your jelly plates clear after you're done? I tend to try to clean them up as much as I can, but they are gonna stain with time. That's just natural. And definitely don't rub nothing that's abrasive on it. So like don't go into it with like the Brillo pad. Us Spanish people tend to clean everything with Brillo pads. Yeah, don't do the Brillo pad thing with the jelly because you're gonna scratch it all up and you're gonna create a stamp as opposed to something else. So let's go ahead and play with this baby. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I love playing with this thing. Like I said, I've been drooling over it forever. So we're gonna go ahead and add some colors. And then we're just going to play around with a little bit of backgrounds here and there. And we're going to see more or less how this goes. So what are we going to go with? Let's go in with some blue, my favorite. And a few drops, right? We apply the Brillo pad to everything. Even walls if we could. If the paint wouldn't peel off, we would definitely apply it to the walls too. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some of this, and this is the brayer that it came with. I don't think it comes with the kit. Like that thing's too flat to actually include a brayer. I think this is something that you buy separate, but I think some kits do have it, so that okay. So we basically roll it out like that. Some kits do have the brayer. I've seen them that they have the brayer. I got this one at Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $2. I love this thing. It's squishy. But it's, you know, you can't, like I said, it's really hard. That's why it's not that clean, because it's really hard to get to clean it. This one's hard, so you can actually go ahead and do it. Let's see. What else? What else do I want? Maybe a little bit of spray. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. We're gonna wing it. Let me see. Just move. Sorry if I shake the camera a little bit, but I'm gonna try to move it so you guys can get a better view. Hopefully I didn't zoom in too much. Oh, I think that's about perfect, right? All right, so let me just shake this baby up. You just wipe them off. Soak them in water. Light and sweet, but don't worry so much about the sugar because I can put the sugar here. You need my card? Give me a second, you guys. See my card? No, it doesn't have my card. You sure? Yeah.
Is it the cream?
Yes, yeah, just decaf, because that's what I drink, and creamer. If they don't have decaf, I'll take regular, but if they have the decaf, I'll have it. And yes, light and sweet.
Have you seen my Spanx?
Maybe. I'm alive. Don't ask me about stuff like that when I'm live. See? Mom, 24/7. Some things don't change. All right. So let's go ahead and add some of this metallic. I'm gonna add some of this. And this paint has a really this ink has a really cool reaction to paint. I've noticed this is the same ink that I use to make my sprays. Because I got them on clearance for $2,024. When you guys see these things on clearance, get them. There's so many uses for them, like it's not even funny. I made my sprays with them, and now what ends up happening is that whenever I use those sprays that I've created with these inks and I apply them over my acrylic paint and like I dab it off or I clean it off, you'll see like some of those stains that I've showed you guys before that I created. That's how I basically made them, is because of those inks. They're really, really awesome. So let me just do something like this. See how it starts to kind of separate? It's almost like oil and vinegar, which is super cool. So we're gonna go ahead and just, should I do this one? Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and add this in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add solids for right now, and then I'll go in and start playing with some of the stencils. But let me create some of these backgrounds and create some of these layers first. I think that'll be my best way of approaching this. And like it peels off all of it. Just about all of it. And let's see. Let's go up here. And I try to cut them so that they kind of fit in there nicely. But you'll know how that goes, right? My papers are uneven. All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and add some other colors. I'm going to need some other colors. What we got here? Let's go for some purple. And you guys see, I didn't really even clean my brayer. I'm just gonna go over it like that. And just a little bit of paint. Don't overdo it because you can always add more, but it's harder to take away. So we're gonna do that. Let's add a little bit of glitter paints in here. Add a little bit of glitter paint. And let's just kind of bring that out and see how that all kind of looks. Nice and sparkly. Let me go ahead and catch the bottom of this one that I didn't finish. And you just kind of want to rub it in so that it catches everything. Ooh, look how pretty. And that's just the beginning layers, you guys. That's just the beginning layers. Let me do some book pages. So I'm gonna run out of white paper. I'm gonna run out of white paper before I even really get started. Okay. So let's do that. Valley of the Moon. I've never read it actually. I took it because I like the cover. We have it with a little bit of text showing in the background. So this is like a dual layer right there because we've already got some text happening there. Let me go for some coral. This one's new. This one is new. Let's do this. I'll just add a little bit of coral here. Again, I'm not cleaning my brayer. I'm just using it like that. I kind of like that. Let me leave that there like that. Let me go in with some of this deep burgundy. Just a few little drops. Let's see how that kind of looks. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some inks. If I can get this bottom thing to move. I'm trying to get some of that iridescent stuff in here.
That was on my dummy.
I don't know anything about that. But you gotta check over there.
It's not open.
It's on top of the fridge. Is that a little black bottle? Then I don't know. I haven't seen it.
So that was something.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and use a brush because this is not wanting to come out. So let me just mix that in really well. I just kind of like that it in there. Like so. Let's just do that. A little bit, a little bit. I think this needs a little bit of black, but I guess we'll add that in the following layers. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Joseph fue a la casa de Manuel. For anybody that doesn't speak any Spanish, I just said Joseph went to Manuel's house. Making up little things as we go, right? Sorry if there's any shaking going on as I'm rubbing this whole thing around. These are nothing yet. Wait till you start doing the other parts. That's really when the stuff gets interesting. Is when you start doing the other layers. This is just to create stuff, to add stuff. So you can make like a whole bunch of this and like just, you know, don't over make them, but just make enough. And as you're art journaling or creating your mixed media, there you go, pattern paper that you created yourself. And you don't have to feel bad about tearing them up because that's what they're for. So let's go ahead and add some more. Let's add some more. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's try some inks and just like pure inks and see. I'm gonna need something to like move this stuff around. In the bottom. You do have to shake these up whenever you're gonna use them because everything settles in the bottom. All of that stuff that settles in the bottom is usually the stuff that clogs up your sprays. So far, just about all of them, except for the Lindsay's, I will say, I gotta give credit where credit is due. The Lindsay sprays, they don't clog up. They're a little bit pricey, but I haven't had any of them clog up. I did have a bottle break on me, like the cap break, but that was probably my own fault. Okay. Let's go into it with some purple and just kind of splash. I'm not gonna brayer this one. I'm just gonna splash a whole bunch of different colors in there. And where's my bounty? Just get a napkin here so that I can kind of wipe my brush off a little bit. All of that yummy color. Let's get some green. Shake this around. All right. And let's do a little bit of I'm gonna say painting maybe. Just a little bit, right? Let's go ahead and use the brush and try to like I don't know, create something. I don't know, something like that. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Well, we got a little something going on there. Let's get this other one. Just blotches. Blotches for now. Let's get some other paints. Let's see what colors we want to play with. Ooh, some red. Let's get some red. Let's get some red. And what's this? Ooh, some rich espresso. Love me some rich espresso. So, what I'm gonna do? Add a little bit of this one, I think. The purples it didn't pick up at all. So let me go ahead and spray it. Where's the spray that I was using? Oh, this green one right here. We're gonna add a little bit maybe here in the bottom. And it's supposed to pick up the bottom layer and whatever's at the top. Supposed to. That's what they say. Okay, let's see. What other color? Some brown? Some brown, maybe? And this is rich espresso. See what happens here. And then we're gonna grab some of those and see what colors inspire which stencils. I'm just gonna bring it all down in one direction for right now. Let's go ahead and pull out some dictionary paper. This one's pretty long. Let's see, kind of like what we got. So it didn't do much of the lifting. It did pick up some of the purple, but I love the colors anyway. Either way. All right, let's see what else we have. Let's go with this gray, and this is yesteryear. I'm gonna just color the whole thing up. Okay, and let's try a little bit of this purple. And then we're gonna get into some of the good stuff, which is the actual applying the stencils and playing with the stencils. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of this glitter paint. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I ran out of half and half today. Thank God my son-in-law is here because then he can go and get me some cafe. I need my cafe in the morning. I don't so much need it during the day or in the afternoon, but I definitely need it in the morning. Okay, what's going on over here? I'm picking up little bits. Let's see. Is that good now? I'm picking up little bits of hard stuff. I'm guessing that's probably from the bottom of the paint. All right. So this is like a lavender I see now. Really pretty color. With a little bit of sparkle. With a little bit of sparkle. Oh, gracias. Thank you. Oh, you guys are the best. Hold on, you guys. I gotta prep my coffee. You did. No worries. No worries. I'm gonna drink it anyways. I'm appreciative. Thank you. I got the sugar. They brought me the whole bag of sugar. Yeah, he did. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very picky with my coffee, you guys.
Oh, I can't, like,
Hold on, I gotta put sugar in my coffee.
oh.
Don't laugh at me, you guys. I put a lot of sugar in my coffee. You can't see it. Stand up. You can't see it. I need my coffee sweet because that's the rest of the energy I live off for the rest of the day. It's the sugar in the tank. All right, I'm gonna menearle esto un poquito. Let's mix the sugar in. Oh my God, so delicious. Oh yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I feel alive again. I got me some coffee. The glitter is full of coffee because you walked over here. What? Oh, that feels so yum. So yum. Oh, I forgot to look. It got stuck. Note to self. Don't leave the paper there. All right. Well, this one looks nice. It's got a little bit of blues in it. Still picking up some of those other colors I see. All right, let's clean this thing up. Let's wipe it down real quick. Let's wipe this jelly thing down. Let's see. Let's spray it down. I got like 3 drops of water in here. Let me just pour it out. And we're gonna wipe this baby down real quick. Okay. So I guess the easiest way to clean this is to actually lift the paint up with the paper. And I mean as you're printing. And then just giving it a quick soak and then cleaning it off. Which is what I'll do afterwards. But right now I just wanted to get most of that stuff off. Try gray, orange, and then coral. Okay. So we got the gray. I've got the coral. Let me get some orange. Orange, orange, orange. Royal Ruby. Looks like oranges. Not orange. All right. Let's see. Orange. That's copper. I'll take some copper. Where is my orange? I know I have it. This one right here, Inheritance. This is close to orange as I can find right now, because I divided all of my paints with the most frequently used and not so frequently used. So you said orange, which is, this is the orange that I have. It's called Inheritance. It's chalky paint. This is the coral, and then this is the gray. Which one do you want in the bottom? Of course, that's what this is about. That's exactly what this is about. Because I'm doing this basically for the first time, if you want to say that, even though it's not really, but the gray in the base. Okay, so gray for the base. Again, remember, you don't need a lot of paint. You just want to try to spread it out as evenly as you can. And then next, any of the two or the two of them together. Let's do the Inheritance, the orange, coral, gray. So the gray, the coral, and then the orange. All right, so let's see. A little bit of that. My hands do tend to get really, really dirty along the way. Oh, I like that with the little polka dots. Let's leave that with the polka dots, right? And see how that looks with the orange. I'm an adventurer when it comes to color, honestly. I love mixing all different kinds of colors. To me, it doesn't compute the two colors don't go together because they're all part of the same rainbow. So at the end of the day, to me, it's like throw them all together. Have some fun. Live a little. Live a little. You'll figure out real quick which ones work and which ones don't. That paint is super, super thick. So let me just do this and allow it to kind of pick up. That looks really pretty. I like that color combo. It's very fresh and like alive. You want to see it on white? Let's put it on white so we can really see it. Let's start from the top so we can hopefully get all of this. And then with very mild pressure, you just want to press it all down. The thinner the paper, the faster you got to lift it. Remember that, because the longer it sits there, see, it does a lot better cleaning job when it picks up its own. I think we should try the color combo and with orange in the bottom, right? Because orange is the brightest. Yeah, with orange in the bottom and then with like the gray and the, we're gonna try another one. We're gonna try another one. Let me find a paper that is half used. I'll get the rest of this off of here. Press this in. So we're gonna try the same color combo, but in a different order and see. This is what this one kind of looks like. I don't know if you can really see it too well, but we're gonna try with the orange first and see. Let's try the orange first, and then we'll add a little bit of gray and a little bit of that coral. Oh, I like that. Let's leave that like that. And then a little bit of this. And just kind of roll that out too. And see if this shows up a little bit better. Not that I remember the order in which I'm applying these anyway, but a little dapaduya. Let's kind of just Drag that out a little bit. You don't want to over mix the color, because I think that's what I did. I over mixed them. So you don't want to do that. I don't think that's I mean, unless that's the look you're kind of going for. Yeah, I put too much of the gray. It's funny how like a color that's really light can be so overpowering. That coral kind of blends in. It does have a nice color to it. Let's add a little bit more of the coral. So let's go over that print again and add a little bit of that coral, a little bit more. Oh yeah, now you can see it more. So you might have to, like, you know, obviously it's best to work in layers. So I think if you're gonna try something like that, my suggestion to you will be apply your first color, then then after you stick your paper and lift it, then apply your other one, create whatever, you know, pattern you want to create, then lift that one and add the third color, lift that one, and do them one at a time. I think you'll end up with a way better result if you do it one at a time than if you do them all together. But yeah, it does look a lot better. All right, so let's play with some stencils, because I think we got quite a few papers here that we can play with, and we can always do more if we have time. A little bit of café, por favor. 1 second. I opened the fridge this morning and I was like, dang, it's no half and half. And I don't drink my coffee with nothing else other than half and half. Or some kind of creamer. I don't like my coffee with milk or any of that. My mom will bust down a cup of coffee with some milk, no problem. Cup of milk or carnation milk in it. I'll deal with carnation milk a little bit, but ever since I had the creamer, I was just like, oh, that's it for me. All right, so let's see. I got some black paint. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of these little extra bits with black paint, just so that it can stand out. The pattern can actually like stand out. And I think for the stencil part of it, I'm gonna use this foamy one because it's foamy, and I think I'll be able to get a deeper impression into the stencil if I do it that way. Which I don't think I actually need to use this, but we'll see. All right, so let me go ahead and add some colors, right? So this one has that one. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more of the orange on this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of that orange on there. And then let's add a little bit of this black, I think, right? Nothing too major, but let's see. Oh, don't go flying. Let's see if it's overkill or not. And then let's grab a stencil. Let me grab this one. This is my stretched link, I believe is what I called it. It was a suggestion from Keisha. And I think the name actually works really, really well for it. So that's what I'm going to call it. Let's see. Maybe if I do it like that. Okay. Then we can lift this. And we should be able to get a second print off of that. So let's see. Oh, I like the second generation. It looks like snake skin almost, or like the little corn kernels. I don't know, right? It looks like little corn, like you got a corn all close in your face. So this is pretty cool. I like that. Okay. All right, so let's try another one. I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning to do today when it comes to my stuff. So let's see. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more of this black again. And let's try some Olympic diamonds. Let's put some here. Let's put some here. And let's grab this one here and put that there. And then use my roller, I think. Right? Okay, so you get a little bit of a rough, edgy kind of color there. Let's lift those up and we'll put it right over the same one that I did earlier. Nope, it didn't really pick up much. It already had picked it mostly all up, but maybe if we add a little bit of spray, we can actually pick up more. So let's see if that works. Let's use one of these that hardly don't have any paint on them. Nope, it didn't pick up nothing but the color. Okay, so next up, let's do the girl. No, let's see, which one do we want to do? Okay, let's get with this trapezoid one, the Olympic honeycombs. It's not a trapezoid. I always say the wrong names for stuff. People call me out on that stuff all the time. Okay, so let's see. Do I want it in black? Yeah, I do. I do want it in black, I think. I do want it in black. I'm going to be using some of these papers in my upcoming mixed medias. In my upcoming shares. And you got to do this really quickly because from the looks of it, that thing dries up really fast. I'm going to use it with this one here. This got the espresso. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. And let's lift this up and apply this one really quickly before it gets too dry. This one's your favorite? Yes. Let's see. Did I get lucky? Okay, it picked up. This looks really nice too. I really like how that comes out. This is a really nice stencil design. If I do say so myself. For some reason, I feel like you're not getting the whole view. I move the camera just a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more black. And again, I'm using the black because black is going to be the color that I'm going to be incorporating into my mixed media anyway. So it just makes it easier for you guys to see the patterns of the stencils, as well as it'll be for me to incorporate them into my artwork. Let's see this one. I want to put them here. Okay. Let's put him there. We all need a little bit of Cosmo in our life, so let's go ahead and add Cosmo in right there. And that didn't come out at all. It dried. Ah, the paint dried. Oh, pintura. It dried. Thank you, thank you. Those background stencils, this is what I do. Like, this is what I like, how I cleanse my brain of like shapes of eyes and shapes of noses and stuff like that. Whenever I'm like working on, you know, like portrait stencils, that's basically what I call them, like portrait stencils. And like I'm getting too like, oh my god, flustered with them, then I'll go in and I'll do some background stencils and I'll try to get you know, I'll try to clear my mind up that way. And then I'll go back to doing my other stuff. So there's gonna be, try another paint that's black too, or darker color. Okay, I'll do more up here. I'll add another Cosmo up there after I do this one, and I'll add the other Cosmo with maybe this copper color. I'm really loving copper as of lately a lot. Okay, it didn't come out all the way because of that little chunk right there, but you can kind of see it. It kind of looks weird, to be honest with you. I don't think it caught the whole thing, so we're gonna try it again. But in the meanwhile, let me go ahead and clean that up so that I can get it ready for my next one. Okay, this one came out a little bit better. It just looks really weird. It looks really weird. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, Carmencita. It's not going to work. Yes, it is fun. It is fun because you get to see like all the different trial and errors. And at the end of the day, like I said, since you end up mostly ripping them up when you're incorporating them into your mixed media, it doesn't really matter. What matters is like that you get a little bit of pattern, i.e. texture, and you know, a couple different colors, and you're good to go. It is fun. It is very, very fun. Okay. So you know what? Let me try let me try this one. I think this one will work a lot better. I'm gonna put it in the bottom. I'm gonna try to create a scene. Okay. And I'm gonna use the copper. I'm gonna put this sideways like this, I think. Right? And I'm gonna use a copper. And let me just use this brayer real quick and just get some of this black paint off of it. By putting it onto this paper, my little scratch paper. And let's see, I'm gonna do it, I think, right here. So I think I'm gonna spray this maybe a little bit. It might be a good idea to kind of mist it a little bit before you actually do it. That way the paint stays wet longer. That's something that I have seen other people that do play with this do. Okay, see, something like that, right? And which one are we gonna do this with? I'm looking for something that I haven't printed on. Oh, I got the perfect one right here. All right, we'll see. It's too small. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. These are things that I'm learning as I'm creating. Are the different aspects of dimension, if you will, when it's being applied to a two-dimensional type of thing. Sometimes, you know, like I said, you put them down on 2D because you're drawing them out, and they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. And you love it, and you're like, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to play with this. I can't wait to try this. And then, nope, it dried anyway. What the fashizi? It dried. It dried. It's drying. You guys, acrylic paint dries. Acrylic paint dries fast. Dang it. I took too long looking for that paper. That's what happened. Let's do this again. Viva le crafts, you guys. Viva le crafts. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and do this again. Again. And let's put this baby down. Put the baby down. Let's just put the baby down. All right. And we're going to do this. And again, let's press this down in there. And let's see. I always have fun with my crafts. Always, always, always. Because if you're not going to have fun, what is the point? If you're going to be there stressed out and sweating bullets, then that takes all the fun out of it. I only have gotten stressed out so far once, last week, the week before, when I noticed I was running out of chipboard. So I was like, no! Oh my God! What? I thought I had enough. Now I know that I have to like buy like crazy. Okay, that comes out cool, but you can't really see it. You can't really see it. So I'm gonna do it on a white piece of paper. I love this right here. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue and green in the center before I lift that, because this is looking like a really pretty scene already. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this blue. I said a little bit. You see that? Indeed, oh man. Sometimes I do not know if what I say it, and then I do it something different. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of do this, and I'm actually gonna go over the whole thing. Right? I think that is gonna look really, really cool. Let me add a little bit of green in here, or maybe a little bit of this green spray in here, just to give it more of a watery type of look. And I'm gonna grab a whole brand new sheet because I think this merits it. This merits a whole brand new sheet. So I'm gonna have stencils like that. I really like that aesthetic of having the 360 and being able to turn them around. That's something that I really did like from the Dollar Tree stencils, the big ones, but they're just too big, and then the design's like stuck somewhere in the middle of all of that, and it can be a little bit troublesome when you're gonna use it, when you're trying to get like certain designs out of it, if you're working on a surface that is not necessarily the straightest. Okay, so we have all the emptiness going on here, so now we're gonna go ahead and lift this up and add that emptiness back in there. It might not be in proper alignment. I don't care. Oh my God, you guys. The piece de la resistance. Let's see. It's too dry. That's like the word for today. It's too dry. I'm going to be saying that all day about everything. It's too dry. It's too dry. I need to add more paint. It's too dry. It looks really cool on it though, but it didn't come out so well on that. So what do I want to do? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see what I want to do. Let's go in with some brown. Now I'm getting frustrated. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Okay, so let's do that. Let's add a little bit of blue because brown and blue look gorgeous together, in my opinion. I said a little bit. You see this, you guys? What the heck, Carmen? It's nice and juicy now. Play with me. Play with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to get a white one. I'm going to get a big white one. I want to see this thing big. And we're going to try again, because if at first you don't succeed, try again. And if you still don't succeed, then just leave it for tomorrow. Sorry for the shakiness. I noticed in the video, there's a delay between what I do and what I see on my footage here, but I do see that I am shaking the camera quite a bit, and that's because it's shaking everything, my desk, everything. So you do get kind of like a nice odd negative space, if you will. I do love how that kind of came out right there. You see kind of like that marbling. I do like that, and some of the marbling that came out there. But we are going to see if this is going to work. Let me stick the stencil down, right? Oh, decisions. Okay, let's put that there. And then let's stick this on there, I guess, right? Might as well. I might as well. Let's put this paper behind it and see what I can get. Nothing. Oh my goodness, nothing. Let's see on the other side. Ay, Dios mío, please. Nope, that did not work. I'm done with that stencil. Let's move on. Moving on. This one needs major repair. We have to get into that one. Emergency 911. Come to the office, please. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this and clean this baby up. Get some of this blue off of there. I do love how it looks. Like, let me see if you guys can see it. Oh, that's stencil. Like, I love all of this grunginess that's happening. Let me leave that like that. Maybe you guys can see what ends up happening afterwards a little bit better. Why is the coffee spilling? I'm not trying to share. Okay. So, let's see. What else do we have here that we can play with? Oh, let's get some of these in there, right? Okay. Some dark colors. Let's go with some deep burgundy. Let's go with some deep burgundy. It's sticking to the paper, so it's a little bit wobbly because it's not sticking, you know, it's not suctioning itself to the desk. So we've got that. Let's go with maybe a little bit of this peacock pearl. Again, I love using colors that are not traditionally used together. Let's go for that. We're gonna put that right along the center here because this is where this is gonna go. Right here, right here. And I'm gonna use the same one because we don't want to waste anything. Maybe he sprayed more between. Yeah, I should spray more. You're learning. You see? I should definitely do that. But I need agua. And I don't want to go all the way to the kitchen. My hallway's long, you guys. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes just to get there and come back. I'm just playing. No, it's not. All right, so I got something happening here. But let me take this off and then spray. And let me follow Ada's advice. Let's see. Un poquito de agua. And let's do this one here. And see. This kind of makes me want to create hey, this is a good addiction, okay? This is a healthy, relaxing, therapeutic addiction. This is the best kind there is. Oh my goodness. I like it a lot. Look at that. I have my lights off in my room. I only have the little lamp on my desk. Hopefully you guys have good lighting. I have no idea what I was thinking about this. I wanted to make it look kind of like a chain link fence, but I didn't want to make the things so small that they kind of got lost in there. So I did them like super thick and big. This is like how the chain link fence looks to an ant. Oh my God. My coffee keeps spilling. I am not trying to share. You need to stay in the cup or come to the belly. That's it. All right. So we got that one. What else we gonna play? Oh, let's play with Daisy. This one, again, it's something that I cut off for myself because I just wanted to try it and see. This is basically the exact replica of my chipboard piece. So we're going to see how this is going to look. I have to make that background fabulous. So I really like that heritage. Where is that orangey color? Right here. I really like this orangey color. So I love orange. As a color, I love orange. Not all oranges, but I do love orange. I feel like orange is a very positive, magnetic kind of color. I've always said that. And I think orange actually brings good luck. So at least for me, whenever I've had orange on me, like either a shirt or a pair of pants or something, I always end up finding money outside. So you would think that I would just like a pumpkin all day, every day, right? On the hot pursuit, like a little metal detector, but no. But I do think that it's a very positive and vibrant color. So I love seeing orange. It's a color that I don't think is used often enough. And I need more. That's not enough. It's already drying. And this is chalky paint, so it's going to dry like super fast. I've put a lot of my regular acrylics away and focused a lot more on my chalky finish kind of paints because let me add a little bit of this copper in there too. I say a little bit and the thing just pours all the way out. Lord, help me, help me, help me. Because I might be going nuts. Just a little bit. Then it's just a little bit. Okay, let me add a little bit of this. Another one of my favorite colors is this peacock teal turquoise, however you want to call it. Different people see different colors. So we're gonna see just a little bit. And then we're gonna spray, right? Can you try spraying the stencil first before placing the spray? Okay, we can surely try that. We can surely try that because you know what? My blunder of today will be something you don't have to go through tomorrow. So which way? Okay, this way. So I'm gonna spray the stencil, right? I'm gonna spray the stencil down. Hmm?
Do you have my diploma?
Of course I gotta. I just have it put away.
You have put it away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because my diploma has my social security stuff in it.
Yeah, I should have that. I'll have to check. It's been quite some time since I've had that in my hands. So most likely I have it. You must have given it to me after you did what you had to do with it. I must have put it away. Okay, so before my paint's drying. My paint's drying, Annie. My paint is drying. That's my daughter's name, Annie. My paint is drying. You see, they have no chill. They're just like, hey, mom is live. It doesn't even matter. Like, mom, do you know this? Do you know where that is? Do you know what this is? Oh, my goodness. You got to love it, right? It's funny how time flies. Like, I go back and I remember when they were hiding behind the sofas. They were so small they can hide anywhere. And I'll be looking for them like crazy. Where are you? And they'll be giggling in the back of the sofa, just cracking up. And so I figured out that was like their favorite hiding spot. So I would just always go there. Now, they're all grown. Literally, I have a house full of adults. And it's just like, dang it, where my little babies that used to hide behind the sofa at? They're not here. They're not here. They're grown now. Okay, so that part didn't work for that. But I'm hoping that at least in the back of it, I'll be able to... Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got something cool to do. Let's just put this baby down. Which way? This way. Yes. Oh, please. Yes, right. Listen, either the jelly print, the jelly thing is gonna work and give me what I want, or the stencil's gonna give me what I want. But one of the two is gonna do it for me. Let's just see. Oh, please. Let me just pass the brayer through it. One time. Please, work. Please. This is so pretty. I think I'm going to leak this stencil like this if it comes out the way I want it. No, it did not. For the life of me. This video is gonna be titled "What Not to Do with your Gelli Prints or with your Gelli plates. How not to use it. All right, let's see. I added a little bit of paint to it. I mean, a little bit of water. Let's see. There's got to be some kind of paint. Well, I guess the speedball paint is what's really made for this kind of stuff. We're using acrylics, and acrylics dry so fast. Eso no hizo nada. It didn't do nothing. It didn't do nada. Nada. Okay. Let's go ahead. You should have sprayed. I did spray. I did spray. I sprayed it and it did, you know, it did the thing, but it didn't do the thing I wanted it to do. It didn't do the thing I wanted it to do. What happened? What happened? I don't know. Oh, I'm so disappointed in you. Daisy, what happened? Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. I'm gonna go back to black. I'll put a little bit of paint. Oh, right on there. Right on there. Right on Daisy's face. I'm just gonna paint the whole thing. We're just gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue. I always say a little bit, but you guys know what I mean. But I want you to just use a little bit. Don't do what I do. Do what I tell you not to do. Because I obviously have no clue what the heck I'm doing until I do it. Until I do it, you guys. Until I do it. Okay. Okay. Unching the copper because, you know, we need a little bit of copper. Just a little bit. A little bit over here, a little bit over there. Un chin. Un poquito. I'm always having fun. Yes. Yes. With acrylic paints, you definitely have to work fast. At least, I mean, you guys see what I'm going through. It's fun because you're creating, I mean, you know, this is not like a have to use. So like this is basically for fun. And you can go ham. Why? Why am I lifting that? You see my mind is like all over the place. Spray, spray, Carmen, spray. Where is the spray? Right here is the spray. Hold on, let me do this just one more time. Make sure this is secure. And this got really dark. I need a little bit of light color in here too, because this got really dark. I didn't want it to get that dark. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. Give a little bit of highlights, hopefully, right? Super, super fun. As long as you don't take yourself too seriously. I recommend that you use your paints that are finishing already, like, you know, or inexpensive paints. Like if you can find bigger bottles, like again, I was saying earlier in a previous stream, you can find paints, 4-ounce paints for $1 at Dollar General. So that's a really good, I mean, this is 2 ounces and you're going to pay way more than $1. Again, I'm not going to attest to the quality as far as archivalness and all of that other good stuff, but to have some fun and not waste your good paints, you know, this is definitely worth it. And I believe that you can achieve similar results with foam. With foam, you might be able to achieve similar results if you get a piece of foam that's thick enough, or if you stack them, you know how they have those sticky foams that you can kind of layer one on top of the other. You can make yourself a nice thick, you know, thing. And you might be able to, you know, that's like a DIY type of hack. You know, they might give you similar results. It's not going to give you the same results because, you know, it's not the same thing. Come on. Now you want to keep it, right? Now you want to keep it. You cannot keep it. I want it back. I want it back. Give it back to me. It got stuck. How dare it? Okay, but at least I got more of an imprint. If you want to say that, but I'm still not happy. Where is my spray? There it is. Let's get a little bit of this. Let's add a little bit of this. Let's add a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And then let's add a little bit of this. And I'm trying to see if I can get the bottom layer. Or a silicone mat. You might be able to try with a silicone mat. But you're going to need a thick one. Yeah, you should. Try the foam one. Let me know if it works out for you. I don't have the foam. Otherwise, I would have tried it. I would have done a quick DIY with it. But I haven't been to Dollar Tree since this whole thing started. I haven't pretty been much of anywhere since this whole thing started, besides buying food and occasionally picking up the hubby. I've been pretty much en mi casa. Wow. It didn't give me much of, I do have a little bit of it, but I love the colors. Oh my God. Do you see that? I think that is amazing. Look at that. And I'm only showing you the bottom. I'm waiting for it I can see it on my video. So that I know how much of this video I'm actually showing you guys. So, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, baby. Let me put that here. I love that. I love that. I love the colors. Oh my God. And that glitter really does give it a nice, and I think any kind of glitter paint will work because it gives it like little divots here and there and wherever it gets stuck. So I really like that. I like that a lot. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of blue and add more spray. I have way more stencils here to play with, so we're gonna go ahead and pull out another one. And we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying. From what I can tell, the background stencils that I've made work a lot better at capturing the details. Let's go for Miko. He's part of Into the Wilds. And this might not be the best colors for Miko, but I'm gonna add a little bit of brown in there. Just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit here and there. Just to give him a little bit of something, something. A little something, something. So that he doesn't get kind of lost. Add a little bit of black. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of black. Just kind of bring that out. And let's see. Let me use the other side of this. Yeah, spraying it is definitely the trick. The problem is you could add too much water and then leave your paper on there for a little too long and then it'll all get stuck. Oh, yes. See, this one works. For the most part, it works. But that looks really, really cool. Even though it's not a pristine image, it looks really, really cool, though. Now, let's see. I think I need to add another paper to this because this looks like it's pretty full. So let's go ahead and add another one. Make another one. This would be good for like a circus theme, something or the other, or if you're making like a jungle theme, something or the other. Okay, it's already starting to get lost. So let's go ahead and pull this baby up. Put that baby there. And what's behind this one? Nothing. Let's go ahead and do this one. So some stencils do definitely work better with, than others. Anything with a big empty, I noticed that the ones that have like the empty spaces, definitely you can see those real easy. If you have them filled in, kind of like how I do with the girl with like Daisy, this is not gonna really work too well because it's just gonna really pull. Now, the other way that I did it, you know, when I braid over it, then that'll work if you're gonna put the paper over it. But if you're trying to get the image from under it, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Yes. Oh my God. Look how freaking cool. Hopefully, I'm like showing it to the wall instead of to the camera. You see that? That's terrible. That came out really, really wicked. I love that. So now I know things that I've learned. And you see, this is what is so awesome, and this is why I share all the things that I share with you guys. Because at the end of the day, I know that when I learn, you guys also learn. So that's always a good thing. So I now know that when it comes to, let's say I want to make certain stencils that are specific to Gelli printing, which I might do because I really like doing this. Then what I know there is that I have to make a lot of empty. I have to make the thing more hollowed out, more empty. So for that, actually, what I believe is that these thinner stencils that I have here, this thinner material here, will actually work better, I think, because they're not so thick. They will actually work better for the purpose of Gelli printing. Maybe not so much to be rubbing, you know, stuff on them, like brushes and all of that stuff, because they're so thin that it's going to snag. But if you're going to be using this on a brayer and you're just going to roll over it, this material is actually pretty good because it's thin. And it is plastic, so it's not going to like break on you. But if you start, you know, spreading paste and all of that stuff on something so thin, it's probably going to snag. But for Gelli printing, this might not be a bad idea. So I might just do that and come out with a whole set of stencils that are specific for Gelli printing or this types of projects. Because that came out really, really cool. Oh my goodness. I love this. I love this. And I love the face. I love how the face came out. Like I can see all the little dots and all the little textured areas, the nose. Like I can see everything. It's really cool. Oh, you're very welcome. Listen, we're all learning together. We're all learning together. We all learn by doing, right? So we're all learning together. So let's keep playing because I have a little bit of time. I'm going to be here for at least another half an hour playing with this. And then I'm going to gather all of the prints that I have left and see what's salvageable or one needs other stuff. Let's see if I can add more. Wait. Let's do the bear. I did the lion. Let's do the bear. Oh my God, I can't. All right, so let's do the same thing that we did before, which is create some kind of a background. I'm gonna go ahead and add, where is my espresso? I'm gonna go in, his name is Valentine, so I'm gonna do a little bit of red, a little bit of brown. You can hear some of these paints are finishing, which is good because I need to be able to get rid of some of this inventory. I don't like to purchase new things until I've kind of gone through what I have. I don't like to over hoard because then I don't use it as often. Number one. Number two, the whatever I bought excess can go bad and I don't want that to happen. So this is Valentine the bear. He's a grumpy old bear. I remember writing that in the story. He's a grumpy old bear. Let's see. That's a sea pink one. I have this one here. Is that big enough for that? Yeah, that's big enough. So I'm gonna get as much as I can from this side first. And I forgot to spray. I'll spray now. I forgot to spray. You see, this is the thing. Steps. So many steps. I forgot to spray. But we're gonna see if it works anyway. And it sure did. But I got black on the. Oh, I added black. Where the hell did that black come from? But I added it. So we have a little bit of the texture going on the outside, and you definitely see the whole shape of the bear. So now, what are we gonna do? Lift this, right? Is that what I did? No, that's not what I did. I'm gonna spray this, right? Let's spray this. Memo to self, refill your spray bottles, girl. Can't do much without your spray bottles being ready. And let's go ahead and add a little bit more brown in here. Just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just re-add some of the colors right over the bear. A little bit of that red again as well. And these are metallic paints. And you guys know all the paints that I use, 99.999% of the paints that I use are all deco art, with the exception of the few that I find on clearances and sales and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's grab this one and just see what happens. Give it a nice little massage there. And you get it, but it's definitely well, you get it if you see it up close. I don't know how well it translates on the camera itself. You can totally see all of the textured areas that are there. So now, and I have all of this paint here, so what am I gonna do? Hurry up, Carmen, hurry up, because it's seca la pintura. The paint is drying. Let me spray a little bit of this green over the tube, because why not? I love me some green. Let's do it. And this one's drying. Hurry up, hurry up. Let's see. Let's spray it. Let's put it on the other side. See what happens. Hurry up, hurry up. Let's put that over. And that one didn't come out too much, but basically I just wanted to get that clean. Oh my goodness, you guys, the piece de la resistance. Let's see. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think if you would have done it with like black, like the whole bear in black, or like a solid dark color, that would look super cool. Or if you already have your background one color and then you just kind of do the second step of what I did with a darker color, then you're gonna totally see that bear sticking all the way out. That looks super, super cool. I love how Miko came out. Oh my God, you guys. I love, love, love how Miko came out. On the other side, you didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Miko came out super cool. Miko, you can really see because he's all white. But look how many Gelli prints we got already in such a short amount of time. We got quite a few. And we're going to keep playing with them. We're going to keep playing and having fun. I have quite a bit of papers here. So we're going to see. Let me go ahead and get some other stencils ready. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Which ones haven't I done? Ooh, let's see. Let's try, let's try. Let's try her. Does she fit this way? I think I'm gonna leave that blank on the back and try to do it with just adding the paint over the top and seeing how that kind of works out. So I'm gonna use one that I've already printed on. Maybe this one right here. Let's see. Which one is super cool? If I use that one, I would have to move it from the feet. Okay. Okay, so we got that one. Now, what color am I gonna use is gonna stand out? Snap, I like it. I'm trying to see what color I'm gonna use is gonna actually stand out from this thing. Let's see. And this is Starlight. With Starlight, I think I'm gonna go in and fix these stars just a little bit. The more I look at them, the more they're annoying me. So I'm gonna actually fix the centers up just a smidge. I'm like that, you guys. Something that I don't like, I don't want to pass it on if I don't like it. So I will most likely be adjusting these unless I'm told leave them as they are. So I'm gonna have two versions probably and just have it there. Purple. Let's go with a purple. She's majestic. So let's go with the purple, and we'll see how this all kind of goes. And let's add a little bit of this color here, this yellow, this orange actually. So I'm trying to do this. And then let's do a little bit of spraying. Love the green. And let's try it. Whew, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. You can see her outline, but you can't see her outline. So let me get a piece of white paper. Because as much as we can see her, we cannot see her. Let's do this again. Let's see. Nope, that didn't work. So we're gonna have to do it the way we always do it, the old-fashioned way. That didn't work. So purple, purple. Let's go with purple. I don't even like purple like that. I don't know. Purple's not one of my favorite colors at all. I hardly ever wear purple, and I would probably not choose to buy something that is purple over something that is, let's say, green. Or I would even choose orange before I choose purple. Even though purple is a beautiful color, it's just not my color. But it is a beautiful color, and I think everything needs a little bit of purple here and there. Okay, so we have that. Let's add a little bit of this red. Just because we have it there, why not? Why not? And what other color? Let's add a little bit of this blue copper color, because why not? Why not? A little bit of everything. And let's see if she will want to grace us with her presence. I think she looks so freaking cool. The stencil overall, I mean, I think looks super, super cool. Let me put this sideways so that you guys can see what I am doing. And then I'm going to put this over, right? I forgot to spray. I forgot to spray again. I'm going to have to like stick a little sticky note or something. Memo to self, don't forget to spray. Because it's very dry. It's very, very dry. Oh my goodness, I cracked myself up, you guys. I really do. Venus is not happy. She's calling Angie. Every time she hears a dog, because we have other dogs in the building, every time she hears the dog outside or, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. You guys, I'm gonna do this because this is driving me crazy. I see so much yumminess and I'm not getting it. Spray, 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 spray. Where are you? Why are you hiding? Don't hide. Let's do the spray here. On the other side. Let's see. You can see it, but only if you're up close to it. You can totally see the outline. But not if you, most likely you won't be able to see it too well from that. Yeah, she's definitely one of those that you're going to have to just because I'm nuts like that. Let me just, because I really want to capture her in there. So I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. With a sponge. With a sponge. I love this stencil. I really, really do. I think she can be applied in so many different ways to express a sense of relief, to express freedom, to express power, femininity. You can use the stencil to express so many things. Strength, being able to stand tall. And those are the things that I think about when I look at, especially like the girls and stuff, like what do I want her to convey? If I was going to use her to express my emotions, what kind of emotions would she be expressing? And sometimes when I'm in certain moods, I create certain things and it just reflects that mood that I'm in. So you're going to get all kinds of expressions. Girl, I'm so quiet because I'm trying. Oh, you doing it? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's quite all right. That is quite all right. I know all too much about what it is when you get into that mental zone and you're just trying it out, trying out different things, or you're just stuck in an idea. So I'm all too familiar with that. Okay, let's see. Let's see how Starlight looks now. A lot better, but obviously it's paint, so it's going to seep through. I didn't apply this paint in the smartest of ways. Okay. But that looks pretty cool too. So I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with it. What else do we have here? Oh, we got this one here. We haven't tried her. So we're gonna try Moon Magic and see how Moon Magic works out. And Moon Magic is a tree. She could be a tree. She can actually be whatever you like her to be. You could just use her head if you don't necessarily want to use her as a tree. You could totally use her head and just use that part or create your own body for it. Many, many different things you can do. Okay. What colors? What colors? What colors? Let's go for some orange. This is coral. You see this? I said, let's go for some orange, and I proceed to dump out the coral. I'm so happy they brought me coffee. I so needed that little boost of energy, especially in the morning. And this is what we're going to be doing, you guys. I'm going to be going live. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be going live every single day during the day because that's just too much to do. And I have to clean my house sometimes, right? So I'm not going to be going live every single day during the morning, but this is what's going to happen. I'm going to be going live during this time. And most likely it's going to be between 9:30 to 10, between that time frame, all the way to like 11:30, almost 12. That's going to be kind of like the time frame that I'm going to be going live. And we're going to be doing the projects that I used to do in the evening. Most likely I'm going to start doing them in the morning. Just for now, I'm going to go, I applied one color to the base, and I'm going to sit her down. I love that moon, but I can't fit the moon and fit the flowers. So we're going to go with the flowers for now. And again, I did not spray, so we're going to spray now. And hopefully, let me get a different color spray. This is a Deco Art spray. It's a Shiver Mister. But, these have the same issue that a lot of the other spray bottles have, which is they clog because they have all of that sediments inside. So I don't use them that much, but I do love them. This is actually acrylic paint. This is not like regular, like the regular ones. See, this is not acrylic paint, but this one is. So once it's there, it's kind of permanent, if you will. Okay, let's try. What do I want to try? Hurry up, Carmen, hurry up. Hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry up, girl, hurry up. Let's see. And as most of you guys know, my aesthetic when it comes to how I create is kind of like all over the place. I'm very drawn to all different types of things, but mostly things that are more realistic in their appearance with a certain level of, you know, whimsicalness or grunginess, or however you want to call it, with a few little elements of just fantasy. That's the word I'm looking for. With a little bit of element of fantasy, but I really do love the mixture between the reality of how their face looks, the realism with which their faces look and stuff like that, mixed in with like the fantasy of her having flowers growing out of her hair. Yes, that one worked. For the most part, it worked. And it looks like a watercolor painting. So that's pretty cool. It looks like a watercolor painting. So that actually worked out really, really nicely. Let's see. I'm gonna pass the brayer again. And I'm gonna add a little bit of, let's add a little bit of black. Just a little drop of black. Just a little bit. Just to see what happens. And I really like this stencil because I added, not only did I add the flowers, I added a jumbo flower. This moon, oh my God, I'm so in love with this moon. I'm gonna make this moon big by itself because I love that moon. And I'm gonna see what I do as far as the chipboard. Again, sometimes the stencil designs are gonna be very different than the actual chipboards that you guys see, because for the stencils, I'm able to add a little bit more detail than I am for, you know, the other stuff. For the chipboards, I can add details, but when I add the details, I have to make them really large, just because it won't take it. It won't take the details too well. The machine won't take the details too well. But if everything pans out the way that it's looking like it's gonna pan out, I shall be having an upgrade very, very soon. And once I get that upgrade, I'll also be able to upgrade on the materials. So I'll be able to incorporate thicker materials, different materials, all different kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I have to see if I'm able to use thicker chipboards. That's the reason why I'm upgrading, mostly so that I can also have thicker chipboards. So we'll see kind of how that works out. And that didn't do too much for that, but let's see. No, I didn't do too much for that. I don't think so anyway. Let's spray this baby down. Let's spray this baby down. Let's just spray this baby down. Let's just see what happens. So I'm gonna be doing stuff like this. And I know if you guys watch this video from, like, if you're not here while I'm here and you're watching it after the fact, that I tend to jump around when I talk because my mind is just like pum, 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 pum. I'm always trying to get so much information out, and it keeps, like, you know, filtering different stuff in. That's also how my mind works when I craft. It shows me one thing, and then it shows me another, and then it shows me another, and it shows me another, and before you know it, I'm like freaking out doing 15 different things at the same time. I wish I had more arms. I wish I had more arms because I could get a lot more done. One brain is enough to drive you crazy, so I don't need two heads, but definitely more arms would have been helpful. Okay, that one didn't come out too well, but I do love, like, I love the grunginess. I really do. I love that grunginess. I'm going to try to take some of that grunginess off because I really do like it. So maybe I can use that on something else. And I'm going through my dyes because, again, I'm going to be doing a lot of destashing. I just added a box of flowers. I'm going to be adding another box later. I think later on. I have a few more boxes that I have to add that I haven't added. And that's just the beginning. I haven't even started to scratch the surfaces yet. So I'm going through my dyes, and I have a lot of, you know, leftover odds and ends of chipboards from the designs that I cut out. So I figured that it would be a good way to use up some of that chipboard. Oh, I love that. I'm loving how this is looking, and the paint's not even coming out, but this is looking really, really cool. I'm gonna see if maybe you guys are interested in like chipboard assortments, like of the the dyes that I have. And most of my dyes are generic. I have other brands, but most of the dyes are generic. But I have so much little bits and pieces of chipboard left that I want to just throw that stuff out. So I figured that it'd be cool to kind of add those in, make little bags of assorted little chipboards and stuff. So of the dyes that I have, so I'll see how I can do that and share that with you guys. But those are not my designs. I did not create those dyes nor those designs, so I don't necessarily know how that works. I have to find out if that's even something that can be done. I know we share it amongst ourselves, for the most part with Happy Meal and stuff like that, but I don't know how that works when it comes to actually distributing the bits and pieces off of it. Okay, let me see if I can create a little bit of grunginess here, because I see that the paint is kind of peeling off. So let me see what I do here. Let me peel some of this paint off of my fingers and create like open areas. A little bit of grungy. So this is something that you can do too, I guess. Is add up a few layers, let it kind of dry a little bit, which you see it doesn't take very long. Then you can use your fingers and kind of rub it out. I don't want to overdo it. Then I'm going to add some brown. I'm going to add some brown to that and see how that kind of comes out. Very light. A little bit more. I'm really loving this yellow spray right now. So we're going to use it while it's still unclogged. Might as well. Might as well. I'm seeing what I can use up. So we shall see what ends up happening here. Y no pasó nada. All right, let's keep going, because you cannot give up. You cannot. So let's add some more color. And that's the fun of this, is that you put it down. If it doesn't do anything, you come back, you add more. What other stencils do I have here? Let's see. Let's do a little mixture of trapezoid, of the Olympic diamonds. Let's do a little bit of this on one end. And a little bit of this on this end. And maybe my gears. I don't know. We shall see. A little bit of gears on that end. We shall see. Does this work? Nope. That one doesn't work. This one works. And these are different inks, so I'm gonna spray them and see. See how much this one. This is like amazing. Those caps on those things. It really is. And since I love to be daring, let's go ahead and add even another layer of ink. And let's get some darker greens in here. And a little bit of this peachy color. And see what the heck is going to happen here. What the heck is going to happen here? We shall see. Come on, man. Splashes. You know the splashes. The artistic splashes. Splash, splash. Splash, splash. Okay. So let's do that. And let's put this baby down. And let's see what the baby's going to give us. Please, baby, give me something good. Please, baby, give me something good. Tell me something good. All right. All right. I don't think I'm going to use that. That thing that might fall apart. There's like the most stressful moment is right now. It's this precise moment in time. It's the most stressful moment. And gently, I'm just kind of going over it gently. I don't want to mix the colors. I just want them to kind of like, hey, go here. Hey, go there. Hey, what's up? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. How's it going, Ada? Having fun there printing, huh? Having some fun there printing. You're going to be stuck on this all day because I don't think I'm putting any of this away. And I know Sassoon's been wanting to play with this. So chances are that when he sees what I did today, he's going to be like, oh, let me try. And I'm going to have to tell him, no, don't touch my stuff. No, I let him play. I let him play. He can play with it. He has some fun. Okay, you guys. The piece de la resistance. Let's see. What happened was. What happened is magic. That's what happened is magic. Magic. And we can do another one, actually. I love that. I love that. I love it. Love it. Love it. You're lost it. That's amazing. That is the best gift I could receive today. Honestly. That is amazing. Now you just have to get yourself some foam and try out that DIY hack and see if it works for you. Because how can I say? Like I've played with it a little bit before, you know, when you buy those Dollar Tree things, but I just never actually committed to making a whole thick block out of the foam and trying it out. But you'll get similar results. You're not going to get the same exact result because obviously, you know, this is, you know, unique to this. But you will be able to get really cool textures and stuff. So let's lift this baby up, and there's not much to share there. So let's just stick that down, let that ink kind of get sopped up over there. Let's see this one. As I go lifting, lifting, lifting. That looks so yum yum. That looks so yum yum. And we are going to see what this looks like. I love how those diamonds stencil out on this type of thing. It looks really, really cool. So now I know I'm definitely gonna make at least a set of stencils that I like to use for myself with this. So I'm gonna make like different ones for Gelli Printing. So I'll have that most likely in June. I'll add that to the store. I'm gonna start actually working on those probably today, tomorrow, because I'm loving this, and I don't play with this thing enough. And I waited 2 years to get it, so I might as well, right? Play with it as much as I possibly can. So you can totally see it's very light. I think that this kind of stuff is really cool for like junk journal makers and stuff like that. People that like to make like their own design, their own, you know, their own stuff. I think that'll work really, really well. What time is it? Okay, you guys, so we are nearing the end of this live. Yes, we are. But I want to share with you guys what we did so far and what we used to make what. Quick little recap, if you will. So for those of you guys that weren't here from the beginning, this is the Gelli Printing thing that I got. This is by Ranger, and it brings 3 different sizes. It's got a circle. It's got let's see what it says here. Does it say here? Okay, so it's got a 3 by 5 by 6.75. And it's got a 5 by 5 by 11, which is the long one that I've been using today. And then it's got a 3-inch circle. So it comes with 3. The circle is perfect for ATC coins, and things like that. Hello, Kim. It's perfect for like ATC coins and stuff like that. When it comes to me washing this, all I'm gonna do now is go take this to the kitchen and soak it in some water and just kind of gently rub it. Again, don't use your Brillo pads. Don't let the Spanish take over. If you are Spanish, don't use the Brillo pads on top of the Gelli Prints because it will mess it up. No rough textures, no rough scraping on that, so no blades, none of that to remove the paint. Just soak it. If you want, grab a towel, damp it up, wrap your plate in it so that the paint will lift, and then it'll be easy for you to clean. So we used a whole bunch of my stencils today. We gave it a quick little test run. Some, for the purpose of Gelli Printing, worked a lot better than others. We did a lot of learning today when it came to that. We got to see a lot of my trials and errors and things that worked, things that didn't work. This one looks really, really nice. This one right here. And it only has, I think, like 2 or 3 colors. It doesn't really have that many colors. And it kind of looks very watercolory. But for certain things, you can totally get away with using it. Most of these papers, what I do with them is that I rip them up and I add them into my art journal anyways, when I'm going to, you know, add a little bit of an accent piece here, a little bit of an accent piece over there. A lot of what's good about Gelli Printing is the way that the colors kind of mix together and the way that you get to see like so many different layers. Like you get to see many different layers between them. So there's a lot of that that's happening here. I got a whole bunch of different pieces. I love how this one came out. Super, super cool. This used 3 of my stencils for that one, which is this trio stencil that I have here, which features a brick wall, cobblestone, and then this like gigantic fence in a mini form. And my Olympic diamonds. Here we have Valentine the Bear. This one is Starlight, which is this stencil right here. Now, Starlight for this didn't really work out too well with Starlight because she's very solid. You'll definitely have to pick a lighter background and then go over it or dab into it with a darker one so that you can see, you know, how the whole edge of it kind of comes out. So that's Starlight, and these are all available as we speak in my store, HappyDayCrafts.com. These are all designed by moi, yours truly. Okay, this one we just did some coloring. I love this one. I think with this one I'm gonna play with that one for some type of sea theme something. So I'm just gonna leave that one be. I might do some stamping on it, like regular stamping and stuff like that. This is what I mean when I tell you guys that you need to you know, kind of go over with something dark, because if it's too light, if everything is too dark and the lines are not that big, you're not gonna get a lot. You're not gonna be able to see a lot. But if you go over with something dark against the lighter background, then you'll definitely be able to see those you know, different textured images a lot better. This is Valentine the Bear. We were able to pull a few different prints from it. No Vicks Vapor Rub, you mean? What do you mean, Vicks? We got to do this one too. This one is a trio stencil all the way across. I really like how that one looks. It looks almost X-ray like, so that's super cool. Look how cool the bricks look. I love how the bricks look. The bricks to me look super cool. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve that look with regular stenciling, so I'm going to have to see. I think that that's something that's unique to the Gelli Printing. So we'll see. We'll see on my next live. I will tell you guys to ring that bell, but a lot of people don't get notifications for whatever reason. So just be on the lookout for me. Make sure to subscribe. Hopefully you like the video enough to give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up totally, you know, they help the channel as you hear everybody else's video. They all say thumbs up and like. So definitely if you liked it and you enjoyed it, please give me that thumbs up. Those thumbs up are just for me to see. So let's see. So we have... These are the other stencils. This is the Olympic honeycomb. Let me put my Valentine Bear over here. And I thought it would be cute to name him Valentine, which we look at as romantic, and then give him a backstory of him being grumpy. Well, maybe that's why he's grumpy, because he doesn't have love. Mr. Valentine has the name and doesn't have a mama bear. We need to get him a mama bear. So maybe I'll get Valentine. Maybe I'll hook Valentine up. Alrighty, my friends, so I will catch you guys on the next one. We see so many different fun things that you can do with your Gelli Prints, and you watched through this video, then you heard a few tips on how you can kind of hack your own and do your own version of one, so that you can also play with it and have some fun, just like you saw me have some fun today. I will catch you guys either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. I'll let you guys know. If you're not following me, please do, on my Instagram and on my Facebook. And I will catch you all later. Have an awesome, blessed Sunday. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your day. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to visit happydaycrafts.com. Bye.